Alrighty then, thank you everybody for joining me again on episode 7 of Citizen Sleeper. Last episode, we got a lot of story coming through, went to go talk to Sabine, but she wasn't there. Excuse me, she wasn't there. Met Rabaya, a Yatagan agent, who we've got to see in, I think, after we rest this cycle, one more cycle. We saw Hardin, and we found out he got his evidence that he needed to show that Fang is a corporate man instead of, him, Hardin being the corporate man. You know how those higher ups in all the stories go, where they try to play the stuff on the opposite side by projecting what they really are on the other people. But there, I did find a thing of gum that I'm sure Fang usually chews, and it said take me to Tombor, and I have no idea where that is, but I think it's in the spoke. Helped them a little bit. Did a little bit of exploring, some stuff. I tried to fix something for the guy in the low end and fucked it up, so that was great. But I think I lost an energy and got an energy back, so that was all cool. But I did so well with Lem that I got all my energy back, so I'm not starving at this point. But that's more or less what we did last time. I worked in the bar a little bit too, got some money. But yeah, that's about it. So let's go ahead and get ourselves back in here. We're going to go ahead and end the cycle while I still have flickering and get ourselves some more dice. Alright, so pretty good rolls this time. At least everything's above is 3 and up. So this time around, we're still waiting for this to get done so we can get the ship mine there so we can help Neo vend. Got a couple turns for there. Yeah. In the meantime, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna first help Lem so we can get that ticket there. So what I need to do, throw a 4 in here. It gives me neutral or positive. So let's go ahead and go with that. Nice. I got +1 energy as well. Mina leads you on a winding tour of the block, chatting to the neighbors and collecting snacks. For a while, you forget about everything else. And I think I'll throw in another one of these so that it's 75% chance of doing something good. But if I really do well with that small 25% chance, that fourth of a chance, I can at least get Lem done right away. So let's try it out. Come on, no whammies, no whammies. Nice. So not quite what I wanted, but once again we go through the stuff, but that's okay. Go ahead and get that done by 2 there. Next turn, it's for Baya. Could go there. I want to explore once. Actually, real quick, let's go down here and do one thing of work here. Once again, full of food. And let's go ahead and throw one of these in here. So that's a 4. And let's get our good service so we can talk to Tal a little bit more. Nice. Alright, I got my energy back, which didn't do anything. So, yep, I'm good there. Go ahead and leave, and that opens up a talk with Tala. So let's go ahead and talk to her. The girole slides from the bottle into the lumpy recycled glass, a pale grassy yellow under the overlook's warm lights. The spacer nods and takes the drink, bringing it up to their face in both hands like an offering bowl. This is the good stuff. The stuff Talo says is aged in wooden casks, stored in some closed-off part of the old station among corroded wires and softly looping systems. Though sometimes it is hard to tell if Talo is joking. Either way, you like pouring this stuff. It gets on your fingers, and if you rub them together, you can smell the mossy drink, cut through with aniseed, mushrooms, wood, as the alcohol evaporates. You like those who order it too. The aged griot is kept beneath the bar, open to order only by those who know it's there, like the quiet spacer sitting at the bar right now. Watch the spacer. They are far enough away that you can freely watch them as you close the bottle and tuck it beneath the bar. You call them a spacer because they bear the hallmarks. Pale, vac-suited, bird-boned, and hunched beneath the weight of the station's spin gravity. But the closer you look, the less you see a type. Pale eyes, almost gray, but kind. Delicate fingers that lightly drum the bar as if it was an instrument. A shock of black hair, almost covering a forehead scar. Scars are something you have learned to value. They are what marks out your body from the hundreds, maybe thousands, who knows, of similar models that rolled out of Essen or ARP's biolabs. You find yourself rubbing one on your forearm. A rough split, something that on the good days you might think of as a mark of defiance. Suddenly, you hear a heavy clunking at the door. It creaks open, and a huge cylindrical metal tank tumbles through, slamming into the floor. Shit! Tala breathes in from behind it, a whirl of hair and bright eyes. Shit, shit, shit! Tala? Sleeper! She ducks behind the bar and comes over. Can you help me with this? Look at the huge metal tank suspiciously. How did you get that up here? Tala puts a hand on her hip. Are you going to help me or not, or what? You come around the bar and get to one side of the tank. Okay, she says Tala. On my count. 1, 2, 3. You both heave the tank up to standing. Somehow. You hold it in place, struggling to keep it steady. Where's this going? In the back, comes a voice from behind the tank. Somehow you manage to lug the huge thing into the back room, where you place it in one corner, dwarfing the rest of the contents of the small room. As you do, you hear a crunch. You stand back and look at the expired rations oozing out from under the tank. Oh shit. Tala looks at you apologetically. I knew you liked those. Good riddance. Tala smiles. Oh good. I thought maybe liking expired rations was some kind of sleeper thing. Push the crushed rations to one side. That's the end of that. Tala looks exhausted and rubs her shoulders. Francis, I swear to... Francis? Francis! I mentioned him already. My guy on the door. Deals with suppliers. Tall, she sighs. He was supposed to be back from Etienne's up in the Greenway by now. Back with our griot. She leans against the tank. It seems like he's gotten lost again. Or joined the Haifa commune. We need that griot. A griot? I don't know how it's said. I'll call it griot. There's 4 other bars near here, and spacers sure as hell don't come to the Overlook for the ambiance. She looks through the open door to check if anyone can hear her. She knocks on the hollow tank. So I'm taking matters into my own hands, she smiles. Welcome, sleeper, to the Overlook Distillery. Look around the dank back room. Needs some work. She picks at some paint flaking from the metal walls. Well, I might need some help, though. She shrugs. You up for it? She knocks on the tank again. Could be fun. Happy to help. Okay. She grabs you by the shoulders. I'm excited. She turns around and looks at the tank. I reckon we chop this thing in half. 1 half for fermentation, the other we turn into a still. We'll also need to gather the ingredients. She turns back and looks at you. You look more like a chopper than a gatherer, she smiles. So how about you build the still and tub while I work on the rest? Oh wait, sleeper, I have an idea. Tall is grinning now and it is making you nervous. To make up for the rations, how about we put a kitchen in here too? Will it fit? We'll make it work. She turns back to the tank. This is going to be great, she says to herself. Look at the dented tank and bare room. At least she has vision. Tala nudges you out of the back room and closes the door. As you go back to the bar, you hear the banging and thumping again. The spacer finishes up his drink and nods in your direction as they leave. You can't quite tell if the gesture is of sympathy or good luck. So much for a quiet shift. All right. New drive. Nice. So now it's help Lem work. No. Improve the Overlook. Ah, okay. Tala wants to build a distillery in the back rooms of the Overlook, and Tala is someone it is hard to say no to. Fair. Alright, so... how much data do I have? 2 on Yatagan. You know what? Let's sell a little more Yatagan information. I might as well. Got a little bit extra money up there. Alright. Just get that out of the way. Cool. So that way I'm at 170, I believe. 190. Ooh, nice. This time around, I'm going to go back to the Free Spoke. And I'm going to scale it with a 6. Let's get this done. Get me up there. Alright. Cool. So now I just need like 2 more... 5? I guess 5s. I could go with 5s here and get that done too. So I'll remember that. So I'll use 6s for things that... oh, hello, wait. Midline Freight Hub. Spoke Transit Center. That's new. Ah! Random items, negative conditions, or cryo. So, steal a shipment. Oh, that's why it's a negative condition. So many shipments. What's one diverted package? You would have no idea what you're stealing, but that's part of the fun, right? Which can lead to midline security. Stealing shipments from midline is going to be picked up fast, even if you are careful. Those systems can't be fooled for long. Or freight operator. Midline runs automated freight down from the Free Spoke. They need skilled operators, and you don't have to lift a single crate. I'll probably do that because it's interface. I mean, they're both interface, but I might as well do that mostly. So there's that. So apparently I unlocked that by getting half here. That's cool. I didn't realize you could get it for half. Got 2 turns here. I could probably make more than enough money. So you know what? I'm gonna open up a new area. Input cryo. To reach Greenway, you need to pay for a pass. A practice invented by the Spacers more here. They call it Founder's Fair. Start action. Heavily tattooed Spacer takes your chits and tells you to prepare. She'll be waiting at the edge of your arrival. Alright. Let's get over to the Greenway. Cross to Greenway. Take the ferry across the Founder's Gap to the Greenway. Ooh. Cool. So we got a whole bunch of stuff. Ooh, that's all destroyed over there. The wastes. Ruined agricultural systems. We also have Haifa Commune, self-sustaining community, and Greenway, overgrown biosphere. Alright, let's check out the Greenway first. What can we do here? So, going green, minus energy. Map the pathways. Rather than simply thrash through the undergrowth, you might sketch a map of this overgrown jungle. Try to better navigate its hazards. Or walk the Greenway. +3 going green. Interesting. Simplest way, which is endure. Oof. Simplest way to explore the Greenway is simply pick a path and set off onto its twisting chambers and passages. This carries obvious risk, but going green is the thing we're working for. Exploring the Greenway is unlike any other place in the eye. Its overgrown chambers defy mapping. Alright, cool. Let's go to the commune and check out the commune first. It's along the way. So I can either become a Haifa member by doing for both by working in the canteen. Newcomers to the commune can work within the canteen, preparing and serving food for those that make the commune their home, or I can work the grow beds. The grow beds are at the heart of the commune, feeding the members and fueling their lab work. You are invited to insist in maintaining them, and if you do enough, you became a Haifa member. The only way to become part of the commune is to work your way in through long service. It isn't for everyone, as are most communes. Now let's check out the wastes. Ah, I need +1 for endure. Gather scrap. Out here at the edge of the habitable parts of the eye, everything is scrap. The trick is finding components that are still usable, staying safe. So I need to get my endure up a bit. Alright, good to know. I don't have any right now. I should probably put my next one into here. I can at least get some stuff done with endure. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get myself back then. Take the ferry back. Do I have to pay each time? Doesn't look like it. Nice. Alright. So next cycle, I can talk to Rabaya. And almost there for this. 3 more cycles there. Well, alright. And then I can also do other things like work at the bar. Oh yeah, that changed, right? Build the still or bar shift. Okay, so build a still. You'll need to cut Tala's tank down and turn it into a still and a fermentation tub, as well as setting up the room for distilling. It's a big job. Or like distillery. You aren't sure Tala knows what she is doing, but she is a hard person to say no to. So it looks like you're building this thing. Okay, cool. I can still do the bar shift and get some money there. Oh. I wonder where you get the griot. That might be from the commune. I might have to work at the commune for that one. So I want to help Lem first next cycle. And then, well, first when I do something, I'll speak to Rabaya. And then we'll go from there. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and sleep our cycle away. Alright. 2. Ugh. But at least I got a 5 and 2 4s. Okay. Well, let's go help Lem first real quick. Even though that's open now. I want to help Lem first. So let me throw in a 4. I need 1 ticket out. And that will definitely help me here. Bam. It leads you on a winding tour again, and I am done with that. So he should be good to go. She's asleep, whispers Lem. She's asleep, whispers Lem, creeping back out of the unit's tiny bedroom, sliding the door shut as he does. You are perched at a thin bar in the main room, the slate in front of you still glowing with Mina and your drawings from a cycle spent together. There's a ring. Only word Rena has known, with stick figures standing along its edge. The only world Mina's known. The tall one is you. Drink? Or drink? I don't remember his voice. Ask Lem already. Producing a worn-looking bottle of Griol from under the bar, its contents glowing amber in the fluorescent light. Sure. Lem nods and lugs a few fingers into a couple of metal tumblers, and sits down with you at the bar. Cheers, he offers, and you clink the metal containers together. You know, we actually have something to celebrate this time around. Len gives you a sideways look. I made the assembly team in the Sadrial. He grins broadly. Clearly, he has been desperate to tell you all cycle. Knew it. Lem holds up his drink. You did get there first, friend. I'll give you that. He looks away. Seriously, though, couldn't have done it without you keeping an eye on little meanie here back here. Lem shifts a little on his stool. He looks uncomfortable. How's the girl doing, Sleeper? I haven't seen much of her these past cycles. Doing great. Of course she is. He playfully squeezes your shoulder. She talks about you a lot, you know. Draws you. I'm glad she has a friend that isn't me. His eyes drift to the bedroom door. You okay? He nods. I can't take all the credit for Mina. She isn't actually mine. He gazes into the middle distance. I put her off of a refugee shuttle out of one of Ember's moons. The colony was falling apart for decades after Solheim collapsed, surviving on next to nothing. Eventually, some of the residents tried to make for the eye on these decrepit old shuttles. Slushes the drink around in his tumbler. They have no idea what they were doing. The one Mina was on decompressed halfway here. Everyone's spaced. The only reason she made it was someone sealed her in a weapons locker. She was ice cold when I reached her. Purple lips. He shivers. Once I picked her up, I wouldn't let her go. The medics treated her with me still clinging to her. He takes a drink, still not sure why. He reaches over and refills his cup. We weren't exactly anybody's heroes, you understand. We were private military, hired in by Conway to protect the claims in the collapse. Once I got Mina, that was it. I quit, got us dumped here. You saved her. I'm going to sound like an idiot now, but he sighs. She saved me. That's the truth of it. He looks around at the decaying unit, its stained plastic plating of flickering lights. Me? I brought her here to this. She was tiny, too small to know what she lost. But I can't stop thinking about it. He rubs his eyes dark with tiredness. What if our number doesn't come up in the draw, Sleeper? What then? Sadriel will sail off without a thought, leaving us here. What kind of life is that for her? You'll make it. Sorry, I know you don't have it any better. To the cup and pushes it away down the bar. This is a celebration, right? Both of us on the team now? Both of us with a chance? Together. That's right. We hold on together. Imagine all three of us riding the sidereal horizon out of here to a new world. He looks into his glass for a moment. I think I drank this too fast. He laughs. Lem stands and starts to clear the glasses into the auto wash. I need some sleep, friend. Me too. All right then. He catches your shoulder as you turn to leave. Thank you, Sleeper. I mean it. From both of us. Pat your shoulder and you slip into the dark of the walkway with thoughts of little Mina in your mind. All right. Good robot. So let's get this done first. Yep. Now I won't be negative with that anymore, so that's good. And while we're at it, I guess we're talking to Rabaya. As you approach the address Rabaya gave you, a heavy hand falls on your shoulder. What's your business here? Enforcer grips your shoulder, giving you a hint of strength her implants. Oh, what's your business here? The Enforcer grips your shoulder, giving a hint of the strength her implants give her. As you turn to see the same subsidiary eyes as Rabaya and Toshiro gave, glinting like mirrors on her cheeks. Gia, please. The Sleeper is here by my invitation. At Rabaya's command, the man immediately loosens and an apologetic look replaces the scowl on Gia's face. Of course, Rabaya. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm giving that voice to her, but that's it. Rabaya wipes her away. Don't worry, I appreciate your protective instincts. She smiles at the Enforcer. How about you head to the Tambor? They have a delivery coming, and they'll need some help with the lifting. Gia nods and walks away. So, Sleeper, you came. I'm glad. Didn't feel like an offer. I'm sorry for that. She smiles a tight smile. You have to understand, finding you there in Sabine's unit, I wasn't sure where we stood. There are more than a few people on the station who'd rather I was dead. I had to be sure you weren't one of them. Look, I wish you no harm. So, I mean, I'm glad. I am glad. Rabaya begins walking and gestures for you to walk with her. She takes you down a staircase into the bustling walkway at the low end. What do you know of Radigan? You run the low end. She laughs. That sounds impressive. We run out of the low end, yes, but we don't run it. People with carts push past, moving crates of supplies around the thin and winding passages. Our reputation is one that implies threat. Is that fair to say? We are framed as aggressors, parasites, criminals. She gestures around at the people in the passageway. But when was the last time you saw a lawmaker on the eye? A policeman? Who makes the laws here? Erlen did. Indeed. You understand the history then. That is good. But Erlen is long dead, Sleeper, and his rules were little more than an optimist's manifesto. The eye has changed so much since then. If you had spent your time in the Low End, maybe your opinion of us would be different. This is our place, our people. Low End was empty in Erlen's time. They didn't need to house thousands, and keeping the yards and the rotunda safe was work enough. No, the Low End was reclaimed later, when the refugees started arriving. Rabia meets your eye. The collapse didn't just happen here on this station. When Solheim collapsed, the entire system felt it. Colonies were abandoned. The moons of Ender and Cinder suddenly gained independence overnight. Some took advantage, some tried to hold together, some fled. Yai became a refuge, and Erlen, to his credit, extended an open hand to everyone. But many within his organization disagreed, and those new rivals weren't as simple as to corral as they had hoped. Rabia leads you to a small market hall, busy with small stalls and traders. Erlen's union was made of workers, administrators, people who were malleable and already organized into hierarchies and networks. The refugees came from different factions and families, were scared, injured, desperate. Conflict was inevitable. Yadigan is a child of that conflict, a child born out of need for us to stand up and claim our future. Provide security, strength. People call us a gang, but we are a community. I take my position as lieutenant seriously, and from my birth I have worked to earn it. Rabia catches herself before she raises her voice any further, and you both walk in silence for a while, among the smells and textures of the Low End. You start to wonder if this place could be a home for you too. Where do I come into this? Rabia smiles to herself, and thinks for a moment before she responds. I believe that you understand the importance of a refuge. So, I also believe that you wish to help keep this place safe. She exhales quietly. For this reason, I would like you to trust me. I do not know what Sabine told you about us, but I imagine it was not good. I will be honest with you, Sleeper. I was never comfortable with having Sabine as part of Yadigan. An ex-corporate employee? It goes against our nature. But their deal was with Yannick. I kept my distance. Made sure Sabine had all their surgery, kept it supplied, that was all. But I cannot allow people to go back on the promises they have made to us. Yadigan has not lasted this long because it is a charity. We offer and ask for support. Any betrayal will be treated as an attack. They were trapped, desperate. Many on the IR, Sleeper. I am sorry, but we must ask that our deaths are paid in full. Sabine found something. Please, I don't want to hear their accusations. They only wanted to escape the debt. They would have said anything. But where are they now, to stand behind their claims? I will find them, as will we. You realize that Rabia has led you in a loop, and together you both come back up a staircase to the walkway where you met. Ugh. You're free to go, Sleeper. I have said what I wish to say. She looks out through the windows of the walkway. I would protect this place with my life, as it has protected me. I want to make that clear. She turns back. However, if you too wish to come under its protection, I can help you. Turn here if you wish, and there will be tasks for you to complete. You'll be able to see Radigan, to see the Low End, with your own eyes, not as others frame us. As for Sabine, she pauses to consider her words. I would not ask you to betray them, but if they contact you again, consider their motivations carefully. With that, Rabia leaves, slipping back into her office, while you stare at the countless units, each a home, each with a story, that make up the Low End. New drive. Work for Rabia. Rabia wants you to be part of Yadigan. Could they help settle on the eye? I mean, I wouldn't mind making this place, but I would rather take everybody we could and go if we can, because this place is not 100% sustainable, in my opinion. I feel like this place is, like, it's already fallen apart. But I get people not wanting to leave. It's something that people just don't want to do. They don't want to give up their home. Well, in the meantime, I have some tasks I can do. Let's go work at the Low End for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do a 5 here. Let's get myself some Low Ender. 1 and 3 cryo. Ugh. You end up in a tight match with an older man, and a small crowd gathers. You lose, but the pats on your shoulders suggest you gain some supporters. Well, I'm gonna do one there, and then I kind of want to do... I need to get stuff over here, but I also need to do stuff here. What was this? I could get just midline security, okay. So I can make some money here is what it comes down to. Let's go over here real quick. Let's help with the canteen here. I'll get a $5. Nice. You watch as commune members... Oh, I got energy too. As commune members come and go to the canteen, shouting to each other and mixing freely. It feels good to serve them. Nice, okay. Up there a little bit. Oh, a new drive, huh? Join the Haifa commune. Haifa commune meets the needs of its members in exchange for work. Could you find a home here? Oof. That's the thing, it's like... I wouldn't mind it, but again, I still feel like this place is just... It's not gonna last, unfortunately. Let's go back now and see what I can do. I want to see what I can do at the overlook real quick. So build the still, or I can work here. I'm gonna work on the still, even though it's only at 2. We'll see if I can get some done, or if I get hurt. Lost some energy. The job seems impossible. The tank too dented, the room too small. You give up after a while. What is Tala thinking? Yeah, well, that's life sometimes. I need money, though. So next time, I'm going to see how much it costs, because that'll show me how much it costs, and then I can work on getting money for that. So this time around, because I think... I wonder if it's every... So these go down, I think it's once it starts running out there is when you start losing those. So I think I have one more. So once I get to this one here, I'll inject myself with stabilizer. I'll end the cycle for now. Alright. Yep. Ooh, all good ones too. Damn. Okay, so what I want to do first is I want to check... Oh, they're back. Huh. Oh, there's something going on other than that. Like paying it, apparently. Interesting. Well... Alright, I might as well go check out what Ethan wants. Compressor is quiet today. The usual crowds are elsewhere. And the pumping music washes over a handful of spacers and a few drunks. Ethan is still in the same stool, in the same pool of light. His head is low, close to the bar, and the bartender is ignoring him. Approach him. As you get closer, he lifts his head and turns. Sleeper, he turns to you. Time to pay up again, is it? He gestures to the bartender. Come here, take the chits. No more, Ethan. Ethan doesn't even look your way. He props his elbow on the bar and holds his head. Sleeper, it's been a long cycle. Enough. Ethan lets out a long sigh. He rapidly rubs his eyes with his palms. You're right, he says quietly. This isn't fun anymore. He reaches towards his holster. Symbol slips and the gun tumbles out. It clatters on the bar and falls to the floor, bouncing onto the ground between you. Both you and the bartender look at the gun, stare at it. Butterfingers, says Ethan and puts out a hand, beckoning for you to give him the gun back, if you would. I'm not getting his voice right again, but my throat's getting thrashed. Bartender looks at you warily. You crouch down and pick up the gun. Hand Ethan the gun. Slap the handle of the gun back in Ethan's hand. Thank you, he hisses. Now, where was I? He lazily swings the gun past you and the bartender. Yes, leaving. He stands. Sleeper, well, this has been fun. I think I've wrung every last drop out of this place. Time to go home. He waggles the gun towards the door. Let's go see Esenop. I'm staying. He then brings his gun, or his gun hand to his face and rubs his eyes. Well, he says, bounty pays half, but he levels the gun. Up to you, and he pulls the trigger. The gun clicks. By now, all attention in the bar is on you and Ethan. He looks at his gun with a bemused expression. Bartender raises an open hand, and in it are 10 shiny bullets. 10 shiny bullets took out of Ethan's gun while he was asleep on the bar. Ethan smiles at him. "Oh well," he says and hits you in the head with the butt of the gun. You stagger back and drop to your knee. Somewhere nearby, the gun clatters onto the surface. Hit a glancing blow that makes your vision swim. Through the blur, you see Ethan wrestle a small, thin slate from his belt and hold it up. "Enough of this. I'm logging the job and calling it in." Ethan taps slate. "No more playing." Your head aches. Ethan taps a few more through a few screens impatiently. He swears and taps again. He starts shouting, a dull echo in your ringy ears. He starts screaming at the slate and throws it across the bar. He crouches down and grabs you by the chin, his face close, his breath heavy with drink. "Essen op, just screwed me." He grins manically. "They canceled the contract." He stands up. "They canceled the contract!" He shouts at the ceiling of the compressor. You stand up, struggling to your feet, the sting in the hit fading. Ethan is rubbing his temples, his face pale. You hear a clicking sound, like coins being counted, like bullets being loaded into a magazine. When you shake off the last of the blur, the bartender has Ethan's pistol trained on Ethan's head. Ethan stumbles back towards the middle of the room, all eyes trained on him. "I'll kill all of you," he screams. He stumbles into the wall, spinning away towards the door. "I'll be back for that," he shouts at the bartender and lunges out of the compressor. You steady yourself on the bar and catch your breath. The rumble of conversation returns. Bartender goes to say something, but then thinks better of it and begins to clean the bar. After a while, you wander out into the light of the bright market, looking for Ethan around every corner. Cool. Does this go back here or something? Ethan's vendetta. Ethan maybe saw him, but you doubt that you've seen the last of him. Oh, wonderful. Well, at least I don't have to pay anything. That's nice. But I do need to work to get money for other things now. And I need some food. You know, Rabaya, I'll work with you a little bit. Even though I don't like either of these. So, patrol the ward, yet again performs many roles, from protection to logistics and everything between. You never know what you may have to face on a patrol. Or collect tithes, yet again operates on an in-kind basis. You are told, and tithes are good, or of goods or services must be collected in exchange for protection and administration. And then yet again, Insider. However you feel about yet again, it seems working with Rabaya is your best chance to get an insight into their organization. Well, this gives scrap components, so as much as I hate it, I'll collect some tithes. One mechanic ties a new filtration system for the block's atrium, and after you help install it, he offers you some of the remaining scrap. Okay. Which is like 12, I think. I'll do 2 here. Get myself 2 up here. And same thing. Alright. Oh, I got some energy back. Nice. Alright, so I got a couple of those there. It's red, too. That's the thing. I think it said red was... No, maybe not. I don't know. I can't remember what the thing was between green and red. Now, are they all red? No, they're all red. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying now. Let's go check out the free spoke real quick, too. Yeah, sure. Let's go get a super good thing here. Let's start this action. Nice. And I got energy, too. You find your way to a service elevator that doubles as a bar. Patrons sipping drinks, the whole room crawls up the spoke. That's kind of cool. Alright, so I got a little bit more there. Ooh. Paz Import-Export. Spoke Exporter. What's this? Sell ship mine. Paz says he has a contract. He'll take ship mines, but she reminds you any ship mine from the eye fetches a lower price. 150 cryo? Oh, a whole ship mine. Okay. Oof. Export Matsutake. Paz knows a spacer will take Matsutake out of the Star Ward belt, but only in bulk. 80 cryo for 3 batches. Or buy ship mine core for 300. Oof. Well, I guess that's a whole core. Paz claims that the ship mine was salvaged from a Solheim executive yacht, which is why it costs so much. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Like I said, I need to make some money, and I haven't done anything to make money this time around. Fuck. I need enough to buy the ship mine here, so I can build the ship mine, or ship mine part. I'll work a little bit here. This will put me up to 4, so at least it's 75%. Go ahead and start working on this here. Yeah. I got +1, so I don't know why that seemed like it was bad. At times it seems like the tangled systems will never be laid straight, but linkage by linkage your team progresses. Okay. Well, now I'm out here and I don't have anybody to talk to right now. So what I think I will do is I will head home, and that's where we're going to call it for this episode. So, just want to thank y'all for joining me here today. Today we got ourselves some extra stuff done there. Confronted Ethan, got him to leave there, more or less, kind of. We got spoke to Rabaya, did some work for Yatagon. We also, was it this episode we did with Lem, where we helped finish getting the stuff for Lem to get him on the ship? I think so. Did some stuff with the Sidereal Horizon. My mind just does not want to think right now. To be honest, I've been recording these in a row, like not in unison, but one after another for a little while here. So like my mind is just kind of going blech over trying to remember all that stuff. But you know what I did. So we did quite a bit. But as always, if you did like this, go ahead and show your support by giving me that thumbs up, that like. If you didn't like it, go ahead and dislike it. Still shows support. Shows that you're watching. Whatever it is. You can also comment, tell me I'm doing well, tell me I'm doing bad, tell me how I can do better, whatever you put in there. As long as you're not attacking who I am. I don't mind if you ridicule my voice. Well, my voiceovers, I should say, since I love to not keep accents the same for everybody. But I guess that is what it is. And as always, if you really like this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, smash it with your fist, and also make sure to ring that bell over and over again to really know when I've got the next episode out of whatever game I'm playing. But other than that, I do thank you all for joining me here today. I hope you guys have a great day, night, or wherever you're at, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!